A rainbow.
Ooh, leprechauns!
Kibbles!
Leprechauns! Leprechauns!
Kibbles! Where's his gold? Let's shake him down for some gold.
The gold! Gold!
Give us your gold!
Give us your gold!
Once again, we are besieged by a rank smell that is poisoning our atmosphere. It's not the decaying stench of our show as it dies and rots. It is his sausages. We have to have the window open just so we can breathe without gasping. What do you have to say for yourself?
What?
No, thank you. Peterborough Cathedral. Several ghosts are supposed to haunt this. Sound of an invisible choir have been reported. Not spooky, that is. Yeah, that is spooky. Really hope they don't sing when we hate choir music. Will not be happy. Apparently there's a light floating around the upper floors because a stonemason lost his footing in the dark and plunged from the scaffolding to his untimely death. What he was doing in the scaffolding in the dark, clearly breaching health and safety rules. And it's a monk. Walking around. A monk. I know, it's bloody monks. I can't leave. Obviously heaven's not as wonderful as they make it out to be. Walking across the ruined cloisters. People actually mistaken for a real person as opposed to a fake person. You know, monks are people too, you know, just because they wear those robes and don't go on Facebook, it doesn't mean they're fake. But he appears from a door he blocked up with stonework and disappears into a locked door. Maybe it's just a lockpick. And the ghostful little girl has been seen at the first floor window in one of the houses on the precinct. Apparently she was murdered in the 1860s by her own father. Over to you! Peterborough Museum is apparently the most haunted building in the city. It was built on the foundations of a 16th century building and the cellars of that building still exist. 1816, it was built by Thomas Cook and his wife Charlotte, not the travel agent Tom Cook, I don't think. And they lived there until 1856 when they divorced under a cloud of scandal. In 1857 it was turned into a hospital. It was bought by the museum services in 1931. There was a fire. It doesn't mention whether it was a great fire. I mean, most fires in history do appear to be great fires. It's not the average fire of London or the mediocre fire, the fire no one talks about. It was used as a hospital in the First World War. Sir Thomas Hunter fought for the Anzacs, not the Aztecs. Not the Aztecs, they were fighting a whole different war. They were invited to join the war, but they were a little bit busy. He was injured in France. They took him back to Britain to be treated, but en route his condition worsened, so they pulled the train into the nearest infirmary, which happened to be Peterborough, and he died on 31st of July 1916. His ghost has been seen on the staircase. He is also blamed for moving stuff around and for putting cold hands on people. But we do that. It's fun. If you go back to the occasion, put your cold hands on people, hear them shriek. It's also haunted by a dark figure, a scruffy man in the cellar, so clearly of ill repute. White woman and a little girl. Former operating theatre. Yeah, and also a Roman soldier who stands by the sword on display. Apparently the exhibition room is one of the spookiest rooms. People have been pushed there and one girl was even pushed to the floor. A lady in a Georgian dress walks up and down the stairs calling out for Lady Charlotte. We're stuck on the sodding ring road. Yeah, oh friggin'. We're stuck on the ring road. We knew we would be, we said this would happen. As predicted, we are stuck on the ring road in Huntington. We've made it all the way to Huntington. Leslie warned us that there were ghost cars just constantly circling this place. We laughed and joked and tweeted saying that we would be the car stuck on the ring road. Yes, we are. Trapped. Ryan's GPS has just now, after we circled it once, decided to work.
I can turn it off if you like.
No. We'll keep going. What say you, driver? How meltdowny are you?
I just had to throw some water over her. And she went
She
all this
actually
steam came off.
sizzled and
She sizzled.
yeah. And about a 2 at the moment. If we circle it again, it will shoot up. Her meltdown climbs 2 points each 6 feet or so we travel. We could probably go up 0.5 points if we have to go over again. See, we never have to encounter things like ring roads in Cardiff. One with England.
She is.
Yay! There's Leslie! Meltdown averted. We are now down a really narrow street. We're trying to find a loading bay because people have taken Leslie's car parking spaces. She can't park by her flat. So we are curb crawling Leslie now, very slowly along the main street. We are chasing. Yay! We're in the loading bay, people. We're by a big skip, a big green skip. Welcome to Huntington.
Yeah, I did the ghost walk recently. It came
Really?
the ghost walk. It was actually very good.
Was
The best
it?
I've been on, yeah. I'm gonna go on the candlelit one when they start.
The chandelier is moving. It's haunted because it's swinging off it.
We're gonna get some food because we're hungry.
Really?
The car park is very haunted.
That's a morgue.
Yeah, it was the morgue.
That was the hospital morgue.
And we're off to a haunted restaurant called Ask.
According to our sheet, if we go ghost hunting hungry, we will be haunted by stomach ghosts.
There's ghosts everywhere around you.
This is an old 66 building. It's upstairs. It's like, it's supposed to be really spooky.
Cool. It's all in Italian.
You can see down here that where there's ghosts.
So this is the restaurant. Looks very haunted. Looks very old. Yay! English menus. Chips.
Yay!
See, burgers, I know what that is. Cheese and bacon. Soups. I can read all this.
Australian sailors. He was injured in France, and then they brought him back on the train, and then he became really, really properly ill. So they took him off the train here, so they got brought to the hospital here because this is a general hospital at the time, and he died here. Now I didn't know he died. I think it's something like the 31st of July, isn't it? Yeah. 1916. 1916. So we just missed his anniversary stuff, but he is apparently seen walking around the museum. Because this is the front of the museum, and this part we'll just walk past. Underneath there's like loads of cellars, but they're medieval.
All right.
It's built on top of. There's about 3 or 4 buildings on top of this site, and you see like monks and things like that.
We read about Calamityville Cemetery. Apparently, it was the last cemetery sort of done by the resurrectionists, but that no longer exists anymore. I think it was built on top of that.
It's literally just been refurbished. So when you see it on Most Haunted, that's before it's refurbished. So it's just been done up, which is why it's nice and bright. But of course, then when Most Haunted, it's all sort of corridors and things like that. But this is putting it out. I don't know if it's.
We killed the ghost.
It usually disturbs them, doesn't it? like
Yeah.
Workmen in the building were they'd noticed things.
Oh, this was the surgeon's room.
Oh, I see.
This clock belonged to Squire Cook, which built this museum as a private house in 1816.
Yeah, it's the only known original piece of furniture from his Georgian mansion.
Wow.
I like his chairs.
Original piece of furniture, man.
I think we'll get him in back.
I think we'll get him in back of your car.
I don't think that old though, I think it's a new one. It's probably from John Lewis. Take this back. Yeah, put some skulls on.
Whoa, fish tank feeling. When I touched it just then, I got the weird fish tank feeling.
Fish tank feeling.
When you put your arm in the fish tank and your head goes funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
You've
You
never
put your arm
done
in the
that.
fish tank.
Can't say I have.
There's weird things to your head and it sort of like
Really?
everything like starts moving and like you just get really dizzy. And I just had that feeling now when I touched the clock.
From when we used to clean out our fish.
Wasn't it? We just used to put our arms in and tickle the fish. Yeah, it is.
Still now, I just feel really dizzy. My head feels funny.
Maybe it's the shape of the room.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? I can't wait for you to see my flat tonight because I want to find out how old my house is. Because sometimes I've walked into my room and I go, did you see that? Yeah, you've got my room, they're all my flipping rooms. So
Britain's latest murder victim.
This is the man. The woman and child are here. These are the oldest human remains from the Neolithic period, about 5,000 to 6,000 years old. They were family. Parents aged between 25 and 30, and the child 8 to 12 years old. The mother and child are just kind of like dumped here, but the man is in a fetal position, and you can just see there an arrowhead lodged in his rib, so they don't know whether or not they were murdered. I wonder whether they were actually buried somewhere else and moved to this grave, or whether they were just... See, he's got quite a respectable burial, and they're just like kicked into the ground, kicked into a pit.
We've seen cat skeletal remains. It's probably the closest we come to any bodies or remains. And these aren't cats. These are people. Or were
They had
people.
people heads.
People heads. I mean, we've looked at a lot of murders, but this is probably a lot of old murders, but this is probably actually the oldest.
operating theatre.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know how that's working in near the Roman sword. That'll be really interesting.
It's the sword, I think.
Have you got the thingy?
Sparta sword.
Something.
Who's wearing a devil mask?
That's a coffin.
Yeah, it's a lead coffin.
They look really happy, doesn't
I love touching really old stuff.
Mm.
You know, because it's like,
Yeah, you're touching history.
yeah, how many people have looked through there, and how many people have been locked away.
I think it's his home museum, it just gives you that weird
Yeah.
It is. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like an unsteady, uneasy kind of feeling.
It's a door haunted.
Yeah, it's kind of the wrong way round.
Which way to go?
Yeah, you put it on, hang on, you look like you...
Okay.
Go like that?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, right.
Short men didn't wear these.
No, they didn't.
No, it didn't. But it must be this one because there were no other Roman swords.
What about this one?
No, that's a Iron Age.
Yeah.
Roman swords are shorter like that. because they wouldn't draw the sword across. They used to have it to the side and bring it out. They used it as a stabbing weapon rather than a. Okay. I don't know why I know so much about weapons, but I do. It's using martial arts. Apparently, you're supposed to see a Roman soldier, and I reckon he's attached to the sword rather than the building. So wherever the sword came from is where he was.
People often see him just standing by the sword.
Isn't that like just a cardboard cutout? I can see
There
him.
he is. There
Oh,
he
you
is.
solved the mystery.
Hey.
Right, let's go and tell. Let's put this on
Let's
the
go tell
website.
them.
Yeah. You're wearing very similar sandals.
I know, that's what I was just thinking actually.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Is that a Roman shield? It's almost as big as us. Yeah. I could hide behind that easily and just not get hit by an arrow. Look how tiny they were. No wonder he eventually got defeated. Look at midgets.
Ow! My finger's stuck.
Right, okay, right. Yeah.
Wow, that's weight. Where's my sword?
You haven't got
You
a
don't,
sword.
you're not allowed to sword.
Ryan is tethered here. This is where they put naughty people, they just tie him up right here, so we can now go on with the rest of the tour while he's kept out of mischief.
You know, like dogs outside supermarkets.
I got flaps. Flappy things. What do they do?
Let's have a look.
Well,
It protects your ears.
Oh, they're my ears.
Dog ears.
What?
Giving you a satchel.
Oh. Is that my spear?
No, that's the standard.
Look at your satchel.
I can't get it. Stop.
Get a picky of you, your satchel. You don't make a very convincing Roman person.
Best Roman person.
I don't know, it's kind of hard to sort of believe when you're tethered to the wall.
I should just stay here and bark at people. Just like lay down.
I will see you in a bit then.
Huh?
See you in a bit.
So much will. Oh god. Let's get this down for me.
I would love to now see the Roman soldier like coming towards us.
I was afraid to have seen it coming towards us of him dressed as a Roman.
I would like my own pet Roman soldier.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Right.
The chandelier is now still, so whether a kid touched it. Is that an old X-ray?
1 and 2 to remove tonsils.
Really?
Oh my god.
3 lots of dentist tools. 3 appears to be missing. This could be worrying. 4 autopsy saw. Circular surface skull. 6 actually contains chloroform.
Wow, we amputate a leg at the hip joint in 90 seconds.
It's sort of just standing there looking at something and then you just sort of feel like everything else is turning around you.
That snapping sound.
Yeah. We have a technical issue. There is about 70 minutes, 60 odd minutes left on my battery, and now it can't communicate with my battery pack. So I'm going to swap it. The battery's been fine. Let me try that. My battery's back.
It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, my battery symbol's up. There's no minute. It doesn't give any minutes, but the battery is back. Let's go back in.
Fucking.
See what happens. I have to switch it off. So the battery's on there. Battery's back now, but it's not showing me any minutes. The battery symbol is back.
How bizarre.
That's the first time that's happened.
Yeah, 'cause
Little girl horns here.
you in here with us, little girl?
This is the original 4.
Yeah. It is really weird.
Yeah.
So can you imagine the amount of blood that's been spilled on this floor?
I'm getting strange feeling
I'm getting really
too.
dizzy.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, they sound very calm, these patients. Like, yeah, just something there. Do that.
Maybe they're the ones on chloroform.
6 months amputation.
Original gas pipes are overhead. Maybe that's it, the gas pipes are on. Making us all lightheaded. The windows probably don't help because the windows are weird.
What's this?
They used to just winch the patients up.
And off the bloody head.
Hey, we know there's no this moving, it was the wind.
It's the winch patient.
Between floors.
That's the last thing you want when you're ill.
They actually used to winch people up
Yeah.
into
Into this, yeah.
Floors, yeah.
Why?
Well, they didn't have left.
Just go take stairs.
Oh, that'd be really hard.
Carrying the patient up the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, if they've got broken bone or something like that, you don't want to move them or spinal injury. It's better just to raise
Yeah.
them, isn't it?
Wow, I never knew that.
No.
Why didn't they do that now?
It's like pushing as they come up and then just bounce. The next Gimpic sport.
The top floor is reserved for potatoes.
It's freezing in here. I think it's ivory.
Yep, that's castle for you.
Okay.
What? Ah, you took that.
Yeah.
I got what? Prisoners escape! Prisoners escape!
You feel more comfortable as a guard than a Roman.
Yeah, you do.
Just marching all day. Not really doing anything.
So this is standard military stuff, or is
You've
it
got
just...
a gun.
My timing is back up now on my camera.
Oh, that's strange.
Oh, weird. 68 minutes. Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camera wouldn't.
Yeah, the
Oh,
camera.
oh, there's a mirror. I thought there's people, suddenly people around. No, it's the mirror.
You just got scared by yourself.
Yeah.
It's a very clean mirror, in all fairness.
I said, well, I sort of saw you
I thought
in the
it was
mirror
like
and thought, like,
bigger room,
oh,
yeah.
suddenly there were people with us. But I didn't see your face, but yeah.
Right, are you going to do your dance?
I hope there's music on this. Otherwise they will appreciate it.
No, but put music in.
Yeah.
Not Britney Spears. What's it supposed to be? Ronald McDonald?
Were you a prisoner?
Ronald McDonald was a prisoner.
You should have been.
I'd be the most annoying prisoner ever. What's with this hat then? I don't understand these hats.
I don't know.
Why are they so tall? Oh, look, I rubber chicken. Look, there's my chicken head.
Your plume. No, your comb, sorry, your comb. No, so he's kept this one on far longer than any of the other outfits.
This is quite comfy. This is quite comfy. I can wear this. It's getting comfier. This is my friend. Bob.
Who's friend?
Francois.
Antoine.
Yeah.
Let's get a pic of you with your friend. I don't think he's as keen on the friendship.
Yes. 10 stay, then put away.
Put you away in the prison cell. We've got to catch you. And up against the wall. Yeah, no. Up against the wall, scumbag.
Whoa, where's this going? Slow down now.
Right.
Ah.
Do we have any rope that we can bind him to the bed with?
What do you do?
Hammocks.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was going on you.
Let me guess, it goes this way.
Yeah. Let's get a picture of you and your pretty fauna.
I wonder where the station was.
Sentry Box New Ice Cemetery that sheltered the guard who was on watch from the Resurrection Men.
Can you see where you got the little statues, like in the mid? You see at the top of the arch.
Oh yeah.
These statues on there. The one of the windows there. When this cathedral was being built, it was. This is actually the third one that's on this site. One of the stonemasons was working up there late at night, and he fell down. And sometimes you're supposed to see the candle up in that window. First floor.
Yeah.
I think it's where the bookcase is. Can you set the bookcase in there? Right, there's a girl I'm supposed to be seeing in the window there.
Is that the girl that was murdered by her father?
We don't know. We don't know. But there's a girl that's supposed to look out of the window. The graveyard around there, and where the tree is, there's supposed to be, sometimes supposed to see something. Now apparently somebody's actually seen it while they've been on the ghost walk. Because there's, the reason why it's quite raised up there is because there's like thousands of bodies down there, because they would just stack them up.
Really?
Yeah, and sort of by the late 18th century, early 19th century, it got quite putrid. So one girl was supposed to have fallen in and was never seen again. Where that tree is where it's supposed to be a woman or a white spirit, and because you reckon it's somebody who fell in the graveyard.
Any white woman here? It's up in the yellow.
Where did he go off?
Right here, the closer I go to the grave, it goes into the yellow by the grave. It's a little fleet by here, doesn't it? Yeah, fleet round by here.
Yeah.
It was just a quick fleet and then it went off and it hasn't fleet again. No, yeah. Could be that.
What?
It's not the storm, is it? Oh my good lord.
Yeah, I can't see the screen.
How funny.
Maybe we're...
We are by the lamppost. The lamppost.
I don't know.
It was round here.
Yeah, because it stopped now, you've gone up to it.
Yeah.
It was round here. It's stopped now, isn't it?
Bring it over this way. And choose one over here. Okay. Maybe it was just going because it was thunder. It went right up to 3
It was around here, and then he walked over there, and it stopped, and then
It's gone.
yeah.
Since if they do pick up storms, because you can often feel the storm. Sort of the air always feel it's charged. So, you know, if people can feel storms, and obviously animals certainly can, because they tend to go crazy.
There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
Yeah. There was definitely, it was around
Yeah.
here. It was around here. It was going crazy, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Usually, if it's electrical, it's
It was,
constant.
yeah.
That it bleeped and then started getting stronger and stronger. I watched the needle rise.
So, I mean, we are on a graveyard.
That's
But this
haunted by monks.
is yeah. I mean, this is an abbey, and ghostly monks are seen going all over the shop apparently. So
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the same
Am
experience
I
over
being
there.
harassed by monks? Because it was over. It was over by there as well. It bleeped and it
And then stopped.
yeah, I understand.
And then we come over here.
yeah,
It's gone, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's gone. It's
completely
gone now.
Yeah.
Not even a needle
We do an
now.
EVP.
I think we probably missed
Why,
it.
why it's quiet?
Okay, EVP outside.
The Abbey, by a building.
Cathedral. Where the K2 has just gone off. Are there any monks here? Should you start chanting in Latin? Maybe that would be done. Does anyone know any Latin? Carpe diem. Yeah, carpe diem.
Dulce decorum est. It is good and honourable to die for one's country. Porphyry Darwin poem. That's what I can think of.
Tempest Fugit.
Is it?
Tempest Fugit, yeah.
Yeah. That's about the extent of my Latin.
Benicio del Toro. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
In Italian.
Repentos.
Valentini Rossi.
Man, see you here. Come on, walk past us. Come and chat.
I think he's gone.
Yeah. Whatever that was.
Probably gone to Starbucks, which is why we're eating.
Yeah.
The stone tape theory, where the idea is that the building or the actual place can sort of hold the ghost as if it's like a tape recording.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly around about here, there is supposed to be a ghost of a young monk. He's about 17 or 18, and his face you can see quite solidly, quite distinctively, and his face looks sort of like hungry and tired. Anyway, what he does, he walks along, okay, then he looks behind him. It looks absolutely petrified, and he belts it down here, and then he disappears just up there. And they reckon that's where he disappears. Is probably where he was killed.
Ah, chased down the aisle.
Chased down the aisle.
Maybe by a sort
Vikings
of
or something
yeah,
like
or
that.
a bride.
But the thing is you're only seeing from his ankles up. So they reckon
Original floor was lower then.
original floor would have been lower. Yeah. I would love to see that.
I would love to see
I think
that.
the stone tape theory, I think, kind of holds a bit more common sense.
Terrible thing to do to C3PO.
Oh my god. Wow. I know he was annoying, but
Can we? I don't know if you can go down this road.
rooms here under the central tower, 44 metres high.
So what's this?
This is Catherine Aragon's grave.
First wife of Henry VIII.
Buried here in January 1536. He forced everyone to change the laws so he could divorce her.
Yeah, so he changed the entire religion just so he could get his leg over. He traded her in for a younger model. And he
Yeah.
ended up cutting her head off anyway.
He looks pissed.
She's not happy.
She's not happy, is she?
Yeah. I bet I'd been married to Henry VIII then.
Died at Kimbolton Castle on the 8th day of January 1535.
5'6". Age 49. In that staircase, St. Oswald was kept there until 1539, guarded by a monk. It was a relic. It was a relic.
Pixies.
Did anyone bring a lockpicking cat? Them's bones down there.
You heard that as well?
Yeah.
It was like a...
Sounds like an elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Testing the theory that that K2 went off because there was thunder. Because there was thunder and lightning and quite rain. And this is perfect good for weather. And I'm just going back to stop my camera getting wet. Should I be out in the way? What is my register in it? Anything? We're at Nuns Bridge.
So this is a haunted bridge.
Finchinbrook House used to be an abbey up until I think it was the Reformation, and then it was taken over. And the story is, although whether it's actually true or not we don't know, but there was a nun and a monk fell in love and met here and then were caught and died. But there have been reported sightings of nuns around here. It is over there. And this is the bridge. This used to be the bridge that took you traffic to the old A1, the Great North Road. But this road is very, very old. It would be very surprising if there wasn't
Any suicides?
something.
It's not very high, is it? So you're not gonna do any damage there? Are there any nuns here with that? It's a Sunday, they should be, you know?
Yeah, then.
Yeah, what was that? It sounded like a bird.
Maybe call it a nun.
On a Sunday, the nuns should be out. They should be out worshipping on the bridge, on their way to the Abbey. Oh, we're able to get down, are we? I have a bump in my leg. Nuns! Just this like random pipe.
You take one for the team.
I did by coming down here. I got caught in all the brambles. I got caught in the brambles.
Oh, no.
Just push it back.
No!
Yeah. Back you go. Behaviour, you're going in the lake.
Yeah, as soon as I touched the grandfather clock, which was kind of one of the only original pieces left over from Thomas Cook's Georgian mansion, and when I touched that, I got this really weird, you know when your head starts swimming, and then it would come and go, and it continued through the museum, and it actually got so bad in the operating theatre, I almost left.
Yeah,
I
it was
just got hit with such a...
I didn't know what you were talking about at first, but then I just started feeling it after about 20 minutes. Perhaps not as bad.
Because you do often get that randomly. Yeah. So, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but the three of us get it randomly.
Super stevia. Weird thing, my camera disconnected from the it wouldn't read the battery source. That hasn't happened before. It could mean again that was in the operating theatre. Yeah, that was in the operating theatre. It could have been because the camera did fall in the sand dunes, but it's been fine. And then as soon as I kept switching it off and on, and it just kept saying doesn't read the battery. So I was like taking the battery out, putting it back in, nothing. I left the theatre, it came back on. It reconnected. Did it disconnect then through the rest? No, it's been fine ever since.
Top floor.
Yeah.
It was very cold.
Yeah.
And the Napoleonic display, I walked in and the place was noticeably colder. The rest of the building was perfectly temperate warm. It's just when you walked into that particular room, it was
Go try somewhere else.
I think the best activity that we had was probably
In the graveyard.
in the actual graveyard of the cathedral.
And the needle just slowly started to rise and hit about 3.5 in the red and just started then going crazy. We did think perhaps it was thunder because we could hear thunder and thought maybe because you can feel storms so that would affect it, but we went back out in the thunderstorm. Yeah, and there was actual thunder and torrential rain and we took the K2 back out, nothing.
It was in a localised area, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Usually we'll get it and then it'll stay there.
We'll come back and forth and it will still be there, but we went
Yeah.
back to the same spot and nothing.
It's passed straight through us.
Unexpected activity. We didn't expect anything in the we were actually only in the graveyard because we walked in and they were like, we're going to have a service. You can stay for the service if you like. We were like, don't think so. So we had to go back in an hour, so we thought, we'll kill time, we'll just go around the graveyard. But it's weird because had you gone, obviously we would have visited the graveyard anyway, but had you gone into the cathedral first and then the graveyard, we might have missed that.
Yeah.
I think it goes to show that if you go actively looking for ghosts, very often they won't pop up, but when you're doing something unexpected, then you'll get activity without thinking about it. It's almost like they don't like you to try too hard.
Yeah, no one likes it when people try to.
We get more activity when we're just messing around or not really taking it. Unexpected as well. I didn't expect to get anything.
I know people think that graveyards are creepy, but really, why would you want a graveyard? Why would you remind yourself you're dead?
What else did we do? Other than some rude cafe workers.
Oh, that was shocking.
Attention! Oh my! You take a cookie out of the jar, they practically reach for their rifle and go. You drop that cookie, sunshine. It's too small to have an atmosphere like that.
Yeah. That room was way too
cafe,
small.
horrible atmosphere because this woman was just so nasty to the co-worker and to the customers in general, and we're just sitting there really, so never mind.
No, that was
So, never mind like ghost attention or storm attention, the atmosphere in the cafe was quite possibly the worst of the experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the K2s go crazy.
Welcome to Peterborough. They welcome you with open arms, don't they?
And this
I was almost too scared to order anything because it meant that they'd have to do work on the same table. I half expected them to tie you off and plug it in your iPhone. Yeah.
I know, because they were looking at me like, as if to say,
You're using
what's
our
he
electricity.
doing? He's using our electricity. Even though there was a PowerPoint on every single table, and it was like, he's actually using the PowerPoint provided. Is this allowed?
He didn't ask.
Is there an electricity fee he's got to pay?
You seem a bit shy today.
Maybe we should have brought like some bells and made them think that it was church time. We ring the bells and they go like come running, like trying to keep their hats on.
That was our Peterborough investigation.
And then we're all going to fall backwards off the bridge and end up in the lake, and then we can hold the bridge. It's not going to kill us in this job. We will get very wet and cold.
I don't think we'll drown either.
And as if we're on a reed.
So, thank you to our guest again. Leslie, LKJ.
Our only returning guest. Yeah. Yeah.
It's their time one I've been on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, third.
No one else has come back. Wow.
Yeah, they don't know what happened to that.
Be really quiet. I mean, that ape in Cowan Castle did go a bit demented. You're an honorary member of the team now.
I think you pretty much are a member of the team.
It's just a shame I live on the other side of the country.
Yeah, and this is the furthest we've been on it for an episode.
So, goodbye. Don't come like this. We are currently hunting for Licky End. I think we're in Licky End. We are in Licky End. No signs, although there is a sign for Licky End School, so we're going to go back to the school and take a photograph of that instead.
I've not seen a lot of towns.
There's no signs up, so clearly they don't want.
I think they're just
people to know.
embarrassed. Why would they name their village? I mean,
Licky End.
Why would America name a town Intercourse and Climax, and in Canada you got Dildo?
they were probably named in more innocent times.
Have there been innocent times? Why is that Dale Lane? Why is it not Licky Lane? You missed a treat there.
Licky Lane. No licking for 400 yards.
They didn't want people like us coming here just to photograph their rude name signs.
Sniggering.
Yeah.
Licking their sign.
Yeah.
It says Little Heath, why isn't it Licky Heath? God, no sense.
They don't want people licking their bushes.
There should be like an ice cream shop or whatever, like
Licky.
Licky Lolly.
Licky End First School. This is where you go to learn your lick. The first school of licking.
Why is there a school logo a tree? Why is there not a tongue?
Ryan, did you enjoy your time at Licky End?
We're in Licky Lane.
I did, but no.
I think it could have been a bit better.
Oh, you were not satisfied?
No, I wanted a Licky End sign.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No.
They
Disappointed.
There was so much build up. I was kind of looking forward to, they got us all warmed up and then it just turned out to be a huge disappointment. It was anticlimactic, I have to say. I think they should have had the statue of a giant tongue.
I was just about to say that.
And instead of people going and kissing the Blarney Stone, people can go and lick the tongue.
Tourists love this kind of thing.
They should sell t-shirts. I got licked at Licky End. Lick me at Licky End!
You met a Licky End.
Instead of a kiss me quick hat, a lick me quick hat. Kiss me quick and lick me slowly. Yeah, that one.
So recently we came across. I'm not finished. And it mentioned something about toe cheese. I don't know what it is. But it's apparently bad for ghost hunting. So can you just enlighten us on this matter? To whom shall I send it?
He wanted to send somebody toe cheese. Sarah, you're a bitch. That is just nasty.
Catherine Davis.
We know we should have those fucking pics.
We need these fucking pics pictures.
The jerk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am down in his phone book as the jerk. Speaking soon.
Junkies.
We don't want to search up for junkies. We can just go to some city centres and find them there.
Toe cheese.
To whom shall I send it? I need a contact name, phone number or email address.
Jerk.
He sent me toe cheese.
Yeah.
Could you send me some apple?
Oh my god, just anything. Tell her, here's your toe cheese. Enjoy.
Plain or songs?
Plain old songs. Oh my god.
Maybe he's embarrassed because he has toe cheese.
I didn't ask for this at all.
The police have come to arrest Siri. Where's that coming from?
Behind us.
Fireman, hotties!
Okay, we've begun the ghost tour of Penzance.
Finally.
Who are you? Incredibly, the figure answered him. The figure allegedly replied,
I'm a ghost.
There are people who will turn and say, I am never coming to this harbour ever again.